In this session 4, we will be discussing about Python functions. From easy program to somewhat difficult program, we will be writing programs on the basis like just to show me based method of learning. Function basically is a organized related set of statements in the form of block which can be used repetitively in many circumstances. It has many advantages for debugging program and for quality issues and for easy maintenance like that. The basic concept here is there are two important points to remember. One is calling function, the other one is called function. So the calling function can call by simply without any parameter or with same type of parameter or different type of parameters, or even a function can be also as a argument to the calling function. It may be called by value or called by reference. Call by value means the direct number we are calling. Call by reference means like passing the variables. And in the called program, generally we used to write a logic, the computational statements. After that logic over, the value can be printed there itself, or it may be returned the value to the calling program. So we will be discussing many programs in this session. Okay, the basic function program. Let us write and see how this function based program will work. Simple function you have to define with the def and the function name. For example, I am just saying function 1. What this function will do, accordingly you give the name of the function. For example, simply it will display some text. So I am writing this, and this function, the logic is simply print some text. This is function based program. This is the only statement this function will do. Then just you have to call this function by giving the name of the function. Display, simply call this function. Very simple in Python. Just you have to run the program and see what is the output. The output is saying display. This is not the defined function. So I have to give dis only. So that's why it is link. This function is a calling function, and the logic which will with the def definition keyword with this block of code is called function. So let me execute and see what is output. See this, the output is this is function based program. Simple. This is one way. The another way is, suppose I am passing some text to this function. So there you have to give the argument name. This text will be replaced here and it will be printed. If you want to print here, you can print the same thing here also, text. This is another way of doing this. So let me write the execute the program and see allow is coming. The another method, instead of printing here, you can also return this value, that is the text value, to the calling function. Suppose I am writing answer equal to display allow. Return the text here, and here also you can print that value answer. This is another way of writing function based program. Let me run and show you. So I can change allow over you. Some text I am passing. So now let me show you the output. See allow over. So this is the definition. This text, return text, this is the called function, and this where we are passing the actual value to this call function. This is called calling function. So in this case, we are directly passing the value. So call by value. Suppose instead of that, I want to add two numbers. Simple program I am going to write. Add two numbers, that is x, comma y. So using function, I want to add two numbers. So I am writing here answer equal to x plus y. You say return answer. That return answer that will be printed here. So answer equal to what? You have to write here. Call this function by answer equal to add the value. Pass by value directly. The 3x, y is 4. The answer is x plus y, return x, the print answer. So let me show you the answer. So 3 is x, 4 is y, x plus y is 7, return answer here and print answer here. So answer is coming 7. Instead of direct value, you can call by reference by passing variables. So for example, number 1 equal to integer of input, enter first value, enter first number. This is number 1. Similarly, for y, number 2 equal to convert typecasting input, enter second number. Okay. So now we have to pass, instead of number, we have to pass number 1 and number 2 variables which we have assigned here. So we have taken the input number 1 and number 2 to two different variables, and we are passing these two number variable here, and after adding, then the answer will be written, that will be printed. So here the variable number 1 number 2 for this calling function, and this x and y is for call functions. So these two are now like different variables. So you can also give whatever you give, that is only that variable only for this, and this is number 1 number 2 for calling functions. So let me execute and see out. First is asking enter first number 34, enter second number, you give some number and the answer will be displayed here. See here, suppose again I am showing you, enter first number 56, enter second number, and after that you have to enter and get the answer. What is the answer now? 101. So this is like function based program, basic. In the later slides we will be discussing from small program to complicated program. In this function program, let me write the factorial of given n number, function based. So this is a type of recursive function. So function, it is to find factorial of given n number, factorial of given n number. So I will write the program now. First, let me give the variable n equal to integer of input, the enter n value. Now I want the answer, factorial answer. Answer equal to, I have to call the factorial function, that is factorial of the given n number. So I have to write here now the definition of function factorial. So let me write the value x here. So n value you are passing, that will come to here. So Here one condition, if x equal to 0 or x equal to 1, then I have to return to the calling function 1. Else I have to call the function recursively. Else now I have to write x equal to x into fact of x minus 1. So this is the equation for finding factorial. Then after this I have to return the x value. So that will come here, then I have to print that. So print function print the factorial of the given number n, n comma n comma is comma the answer, fact answer, factorial n is answer. So this is the program. Now let us compile and execute and see what will be the output. So look at the program again, once again, get the input. So typecasting, because we have to get integer number, and this integer number I am passing to the called function x. If you enter 0 or 1, 0 1, as I return 1, return will return the value here, and this value will be the 0 or 1 is the value. So 1 factorial of 1 factorial. The 0 or 1 means the answer is 1. Else x into x factorial n minus 1. Suppose if you enter 4, so 4 into factorial 3 minus 1, again it will go again 4 into 3 12, again 3 minus 1 2 factorial 2 call like that, and the answer is 24 will print. So let us execute and check. So enter n value. I am writing 0. So the factorial of a given number n 0 is 1. Now again I am checking, testing. Again I write 1 input and see the factorial of given number n 1 is 1. Now I want to check the factorial of 4. Then see what is the answer. 4. What is the some error is there? Let us check. There is no attribute fact. X equal to 0 1 factorial of x minus 1, then return to this facing answer to the left. So here we made mistake, means I made mistake, x into not be x into that multiplication symbol you have to give, okay, x into, because in the previous time these two there is no problem, but when it comes to the here the multiplication symbol is not given, that's why the error, we got the error that integer object has no attribute FAC. So now let me check again. 4. So the factorial of a given number n 4 is 24. So like that you can check for any given n value. So the factorial of a given number 5 is 120. So in this program You may have one doubt. How come 0 factorial is 1? For that, a small clarifications. First, you have to see the equation for factorial. That is generally x factorial equal to x into x minus 1 factorial. X into x minus 1 factorial. So now just you have to find out, you want to find x minus 1 factorial. For example, 0 factorial. X minus 1 factorial equal to, so here that is the x factorial. We want to find x factorial. So x factorial equal to x into x minus 1 factorial. So x minus 1 factorial equal to what? X factorial divided by x. So how you will get 0 factorial? So you have to substitute x equal to 1. Suppose 1 minus 1, it becomes 0 factorial. So that's why how 0 factorial becomes 1, we have to find out. So 0 minus 1, 1 minus 1 factorial equal to, that is x factorial divided by x. So that is 0 factorial is equal to x factorial, that is 1 factorial. So we have substitute x is 1 divided by 1. So that is equal to 0 factorial equal to 1. So this is some idea, some related information I would like to give you along with this program. All other things will be clear, I hope. So just for 0 factorial, how if we put substitute 1 minus 1, then we will get 0 factorial. So 0 factorial becomes 1. This is why I am saying in this case 0 factorial also becomes 1. Function basically is a organized related set of statements in the form of block, which can be used repetitively in many circumstances. It has many advantages for debugging program and for quality issues and for easy maintenance, like that. The basic concept here is there are two important points to remember. One is calling function, the other one is called function. So the calling function can call by simply without any parameter or with same type of parameter or different type of parameters, or even a function can be also as a argument to the calling function. It may be called by value or called by reference. Call by value means the direct number we are calling. Call by reference means like passing the variables. And in the called program, generally we used to write a logic, the computational statements. After that logic over, the value can be printed there itself, or it may be returned the value to the calling program. So we will be discussing many programs in this session. In this program, let me show you how to write program to find the given n number is prime or not using function based concept. So the program is to find the given number is prime number or non-prime number, not a prime number. Keep in mind, the number has to check if it is prime number, it has to display prime number, otherwise the program will display not a prime number. But not simply checking only once, prime number only check, no. Both the answer to be displayed. So this is the program. So let me write the program. The program function name is prime, and I am passing one number, that is n. If the given number n equal to 0 or the given number equal to 1, then I will say print the number is prime number. Okay, this is the first condition. Next, I am going to use for loop for x in range start from 2 and up to n value. Here I am going to write a logic. This statement you can write here also, or you can also write inside the for loop, doesn't matter. So now I want to check if the n modulus 2 equal to 0. If this is the case, then print the number is not a prime number. One case. L if one more condition I have to check. So after printing this, I have to come out of this, that is break. Once you get this condition satisfied, automatically the number is not a prime number. Whatever the case, suppose if you are passing 4 minus 2 0, so 4 is not a prime number. But the question is, if I pass 9 here, 9 by 2 is not equal to 0, but 9 is not a prime number. So for that, what I have to do is, I have to check with another condition. That condition is else if x not equal to n minus 1. So it has to go through the loop. First value 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then up to 8 in case of 4. So when in the case of 9, so if when you say n is 9, then the x value have to come here, not 2. So n, I am going to substitute the x is 2 first, then 3, then 4. So 3 comes, 9 by 3 equal to 0. So the number is not a prime number. So this is the logic. So this condition, it will go to the loop and check all the number until n minus 1 up to 8. Suppose n is 9, then up to 8. So if this is the condition is satisfied, then you have to continue. Else what you have to do is, you have to give colon, else you have to write print the number is prime number. So like for 1, 5, 7, 11, these are prime numbers. You go in the loop and it will come out. If this condition is not satisfied, then it comes else the number is prime number. Then after print this, you have to give break. So this is the logic. So now let us write the input and calling the functions. So input value, suppose you say x equal n equal to integer, typecasting, get the number inputs, enter the n value, that is the input. Then you have to call this function by prime of the number 10. That suppose you write 10 here, then the 10 will substitute here, we will call these functions. So this is the program for finding the given number is prime number or not. Okay, so you have to see once again here, you have to give colon, this is fine, and loop. Okay, fine. So let me execute and see the program outputs. Control enter. Now I am going to give 1. The number is prime number. Correct. Again, I'm giving 2. So 2y is not coming. Basically, generally will not check 0. So let us check 1 or 2. If 1 or 2 means the prime number. So no need of giving 0. So let us check from 1 onwards. So 1, now again I am executing this and write 1. 1 is prime number. Again enter 2. 2 is also prime number. So n equal to 1 or 2. Not 0 or 1. 1 or 2. 3 onwards it will go into the loop. So let me check the third value. That is 3 is what? 3 the number is prime number. So let me check the value 4. 4 is not a prime number. So 4 is not prime number. So let me check the value 5. 5 is prime number. The number is prime number. So let me check 11. 11 is prime number. 11 is prime number. So let me check 18. 18 is not a prime number. That number is not a prime number. So this is the program for finding the given number is prime number or not a prime number. So in this program I will show you how to get the output of Fibonacci series. The program is here Fibonacci series program. So what is Fibonacci series concept? The first two value added value become the next value in the series. So 1 plus previous one, that is 2. 2 plus previous one, 3. 3 and the previous value 2, 5. 5 and previous value 3, 8. Like that it will continue up to the given n number of series. So in this case I am writing a equal to 0, first value, b equal to 1, and these two will be printed. So print a first value, print b second value. First value printed. Then I will assign n value equal to 1. Now I am going to use while loop for n less than 10. So this is there will be up to 9. Okay, 9 numbers except these two. These two are the printed. After that we print 9 values in the series. So here the logic is a comma b equal to b comma a plus b. That is the b value will be the added value, a value is the previous value. Because this is what I understand from this statement. If you have any other understanding of this, that is you have to think it over. Then I will increment a is equal to n plus 1. Increment n value. Then I am going to print the b value, the added value. So in this case n value less than 10. So now let me run the program and we will see what will happen to this program. So see the output here 0, 1. First two value will be printed here. P print A, print B. These two added 1. And this 1 and previous one 2 will be printed here. The added value B. The B value and the previous value 1A, 3. 3 is B now added value in the previous value to 5. So 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 5, 13 up to 55. So in this case N, 9. 9 less than 10. Let's consider right. If it is 11, then it will come out of the loop. In this program, we will be discussing about little bit complicated program. That is, we are passing a function as a parameter to the function. So this program just change the text to uppercase or lowercase. For that, we have to write a function. That function, suppose I am saying case 1 equal to, I am going to call change case. Change case of which function I am going to call that function, that is upper, and the text I want to hello, how are you, small letter. I am just saying hello, capital letter, hello, how are you. I want to change this into small letter. That is, this upper case we change to lower case. So let us write the function like this: lower. This capital letter should be in lower case, and I will have to print. So I have to print this answer. Print case 1. Similarly, for case 2 equal to change case is the function. Here I am going to write another function, that is hello, are you fine. This small letter has to be converted to capital letters. After that, the result will be written, and I am going to print here, that is case 2. This is the calling function. Now we have to write the first definition, change case. This function accept the function as a parameter. Let us say function. This function will do nothing, just you have to return this function. Okay. Now this function in turn call the another function, that is the one upper function. For this, text is a input. This function return what? Text. That return text dot upper. There is one function is there, that is upper function, text dot upper. Similarly, another function I am going to write, define definition lower. Lower, that function accept text is an input, and that will be return that text to be converted into lower. So this is the functions. So first change case, it will go to this function, and this lower allow overview is a function, will be as a parameter. This change case pass this lower and this text to this particular lower function. That allow overview will be substituted for text, and it will return the lower case of the allow overview. Then we are printing there. Similarly, when you are come to the next case 2, the change case go here. This function will be parameter for here, and the text for this, and it is by in turn to call this upper, because we are called this upper through this function, through the change case function. So it will go to the upper, and the text hello or you fine, and that will be written in upper case to the this function, calling function. Here we are printing that answer. So let me execute and see what is the output of this program. See here, the output of this program is coming. Hello, how are you, small letter. Hello, are you fine, capital. So got the answer for this. Hello, how are you. Hello, are you fine, capital. So the output after execute, you will get this is the outputs. Hello, how are you, and hello, are you fine. So this is a type of function based program. So in this program, a special type of function definition program we are going to see. the technique called a lambda functions. So far in our discussion, we used to define using def keyword and define the function, and we are passing the parameters and we will return the value like that. But there is another method of defining a function in Python, that is lambda functions. That is lambda lambda function. This is an anonymous function. There is no need to define like our normal function definition. Here, let me show you a small program. Just suppose I want to find the square of a number. Then this is nothing but I am using a lambda and the value of x. For example, x is a parameter and the expression. Expression is x into x. So this is the anonymous functions. Now I am passing the value to this function. For example, 2. So the 2 is the parameter x, and after the colon, that logic, that execution of the program, that is the logic of the program, that is square of x, x into x. So this expression will execute. So let us see the output. The output for this is 4. See the output here. So similarly, if you write any value, that will be substituted directly, then value will be substituted for this x value. This x value, as we discussed, it may be like any type of data type. It may be even function also. So let us also, we can try with this, how function can be passed as a parameter. Let us see one program, small program. So for example, as you said, square equal to lambda x into x. Okay, this is the. Similarly, if I want to find the cube of that value, cube equal to lambda, the correct name. For this, I am passing one function as a parameter, and that function into, that is cube, function into function into function, the function cube. So that I want to calculate. After you calculate this, we can return this to the following function. For example, in this case, like just you can call this function, you can just you can use this simple print command. For example, print the square of 2, for example, is what? That is, just we are calling that function square of 2. Simple. This function will be called, this lambda function, and it will be executed and printed. Similarly, now I am going to print the cube. Print the cube of square of 2. So I am passing a function as a parameter. It is comma, that is, I am saying the function is cube of square of 2. Cube of square of 2. So in this case, what will happen now? First, it will print the square value to 4. That 4 becomes here the function's result will be become the parameter for the cube, and it will print accordingly. So a number of bracket and all, we have to be careful, and it will print accordingly. So one left bracket 1 2 3 1 2 3. Similarly here 1 2 1 2. So this is the simple program calling this lambda function by passing a function. So it will first square of 2, so 2 4 will print, and that 4 will be become the parameter for the cube, and it will be 4 into 4 into 4. 64. That is the output of this program. So let us execute and see. And before that, you have to check some syntax errors. Cube equal to lambda function functional. So let us execute the program. Invalid syntax. Square lambda line 3. Square of print CUA or square of 2 square equal to lambda 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 lambda. So this is some error. You have to give correct spelling. So let us execute the program and see what is the output. The output is coming. The square of 2 is 4. The cube of square. The cube of square of 2, that is 4, is 64. So this is the output for this program. So let me change this into 3. So square of 3, 9, and cube of square of 3. So now let us see the output. 9 and 9 into 9 into 9. So the output is the square of, you have to write here, square of 3. Square of 3. Square of is a cube of square of 3. Now let us see the output of this program. The square of 3 is 9. The cube of square of 3 is 729. So this is the another way of writing the function program.